What's going on, guys? Chance here, and today I'm going to be talking about the time I got caught having sex inside of a car by the police. I know it's a long title, but let's get right into it. So first I'm going to start off by saying that I think we were out eating somewhere. Yeah, we just came from IHOP, I believe, and she let me drive the car. Where she didn't really let me, she made me drive the car. I don't like driving her vehicle. So I was like, no, I don't want to drive the car today or at all because I don't like driving that car. I really don't like driving at all, to be honest. But that night I didn't want to drive it. But she talked me into it. She was just saying that we're right around the corner from the house, so it's not really that bad of a drive. I was like, okay, let's drive out. And I had problems backing out of the parking lot, out of the IHOP parking lot. As soon as you back out, you go to the left and you hit a main street called Monticello, and you go to the right and you go all the way down. Past Dumar's, past Wendy's, past the thrift store, and we went all the way down to the end, to the gas station, where you're supposed to make a left. So we made a left and go all the way down there. To speed this up, I don't want to tell you like every left and right turn I made. Basically, we were near our house. This is our little sex spot that we go to most of the time if we're in my area. But if we're in her area, there's another spot where she's from, like around her. And so we have this spot right next to the cemetery, right next to the Amtrak, the train tracks, not the big trains that are really loud, the passenger trains that you can ride in, like the bus kind of. So I pulled into it. I went around and we parked on the side where the grass and trees are, next to the cemetery entrance where you can go in with your car. And so we just started talking about, hey, let's have sex. We already knew the deal was, this is like our spot. Like, you go to the spot, you know we're gonna have sex. So we started kissing, making out. You know, I start slipping a few fingers and stuff like that. It's just normal stuff you would have to have sex. And so we were in it probably about, I don't know, maybe 40 minutes. It's a long time because when it's hot, I can't deal with it. I just last for a long ass time. And so we were in there having sex, blah 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 blah. I was just going in and out. I didn't really have a precision type stroke to my stroke, you know how you know where you're aiming, you know where you're trying to hit. But me, I was just moving my hips. I was not aiming at all. I was just, doing what you're supposed to do. It was really hot and really sweaty. It was really miserable, and the seats were stained because of the sweat. While we're doing this, there's probably like 10 cars that pass by, and every time we can see the car because of headlights, and every time we see the car, we be like, car, get down. And so we get down to get out of the view of them from the seats, the driver's seats, where you can like put them up and you like can duck behind them so the cars in front of you won't see you. And she's driving a Mustang, so it's only a coupe, so it's two doors, two doors, and it's not really a back seat for real unless you're a little child. And so we go back there, and it's really tiny, and you can't see through the back window at all. But from the front, it was at night, so it made it better. As I was saying, 10 cars passed back and forth. I don't know if they were suspicious or not, or they were just, they go down, they turn around and go right back where they just came from. And they did that like 10 times. Not the same car, but 10 different cars did that. I'm probably over-exaggerating with the amount of cars, but that's what it seemed like, 10 cars, because we got down a lot. And so we were just doing what we were supposed to do, and I seen headlights, like, what do you call the white light headlights? It's not yellow lights. I think it's xenon lights. We seen that, and I was like, oh, that's not a normal car, and why is it behind us parked? And then I looked back, and I seen a black truck, just a black truck, and then xenon lights just flashing me in my eye. I was like, this isn't a normal car. This isn't like a pedestrian type, This is someone, I don't know what that is. And so I tried to put my pants on, and somehow this freaking police officer, I don't know if he ran, but he got to the door extremely quickly. And my girlfriend, she had her clothes on really quick. Like, she put them shits on like quick, like fucking fast. And I was trying to put mine on, but the sweat wasn't letting me. It's like when you put a sock on and your feet are sweaty. It's really hard. Or you try to put a rubber glove on your hand and you have nothing but sweat on it. It was just catching the hairs on my legs, and it wouldn't get on my body. And so he pulled up, knocked on the window, what they usually do with the flashlight. And they're like, how you doing, ma'am and sir? I'm sorry to bother you. I know this is awkward, blah, 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 blah. I was like, yeah, and my dingling's out, and I'm soft as fuck. It's a police officer. He caught us having sex. He seen the car moving back and forth because of the momentum. He know the windows are foggy because, we were having sex. And as soon as you open the door, you smell vagina and dick. So he was like, oh, I know what's going on. He asked what is going on. Like, he didn't know what was going on. Because my dingling was out in front of him. Like, my underwear were at my ankles. I was trying to pull them up to my calves. They wouldn't go up. So he seen my dingling all soft and stuff. He didn't see my girlfriend naked at all. Like, as soon as he saw me, he backed up a little bit. He's like, oh, okay, sir. Please put your clothes on. And he asked me, do you have your clothes on? I was like, no. He said, please put your clothes on. I was like, okay. After I put my clothes on, He asked for my ID. He asked for her ID too. He asked for her ID as well. So I was like, oh shit, we about to get in trouble. What time is it? And it was like 11, I think, or maybe 10. He searched up our name. He's like A15. You know, it was some fucking number he looked at on my card. I don't know what it was. And he was checking to see if I had any drugs on me, if I had any weapons in the vehicle, if I have any warrants or anything. I was like, no sir, I don't. And so he got my ID. He searched it up. He's like, oh, you're cool. He searched up hers and says, huh, you're cool too. And then after that, he was like, you guys need to find a different spot. And he was laughing while he says, like, you guys need to find a different spot. This isn't the right spot. And I was like, how did you know what we were doing? Like, why did you come over here? He's like, oh, because we got a call of a suspicious vehicle in the area. I was like, who called? He's like, just some people. I was like, oh, did the train track people call? He's like, no, it was some resident said that a suspicious vehicle came up and parked and was sitting there, and thought it was going to be a robbery in the neighborhood. I was like, oh no, we have no intention of robbing anything. We don't have any weapons or drugs or anything. I'm glad I didn't have drugs that day. I would have got fucking caught. Basically, he thought that we were going to rob the neighborhood because we just sat in the car. And I was like, no sir, we're not like that. He's like, okay, just find a different spot. This isn't the right spot for you to be doing this. You're next to a cemetery. Just find a different spot to do this. And you're like, okay sir, thank you. And that's when he went on his way. And I'm still wondering to the day, how the fuck did he get behind us? Because the cemetery is like a dead end on one side. Like when we're parked, we're facing towards the way you can leave. And the windshield, like the back windshield, you looked out, there's nothing back there but a building. Unless he was working there at the time, like sitting there just watching, or he pulled up past us and we didn't notice it and pulled up behind us. Because I have no idea how to do that. How the fuck they get behind us like that? It was just really awkward because he saw my dick out. He smelled vagina and dick. And he knew what was up. Basically, I was scared because I thought I was going to get in trouble. Because after a certain time and you're having sex at that certain time, you can really get charged and you can really get in trouble. I didn't know that until afterwards. So I was like, oh my god, thank god it was before this time. It was like 10 minutes before the time you can get in trouble. It's probably like 10:53 or something. And then you get caught at 11. That's when you can get you can go not to jail, but you can get charged for something, probably indecent exposure or something. Hope you guys do enjoy this video. If you did, hit the like, subscribe button. And as of now, we still go to the same spot, not very often though, because of that incident. We were afraid to get caught again, so we do go to the same spot. That's probably a bad idea, but I hope you guys do enjoy this video. If you did, hit the like, subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.